China's video game crackdown, revenue growth slows sharply in 2021, restrictions and new rules for teenagers to play. China's video games market had its slowest revenue growth in 3 years in 2021 amid Beijing's crackdown on the industry while the number of players stagnated, according to an industry report released on Thursday. According to the report released by the Game Publishing Committee of the China Audio Video and Digital Publishing Association, China's state-backed gaming industry association, the industry's gross sales revenue grew 6.4% in 2021 from a year ago, a sharp reduction from last year's 20.7% growth. The number of gamers in China also plateaued, with the number of gamers rising by just 0.2% to 66.6 million gamers this year compared with growth of 3.7% in 2020. According to the report, the GPC report was released at the annual China Game Industry Annual Conference, attended by regulators and company representatives. Alibaba in metaverse gaming move as big tech bets on potential. The significantly slower growth comes after Chinese regulators moved to ban teenagers under 18 from playing video games for more than 3 hours a week in August, which came with a license freeze for new video games in the country around the same time. Beijing signaled it wants to prevent gaming addiction and promote positive content among the nation's youth. Total revenue in China's gaming market, the world's biggest, reached 296.5 billion yuan in 2021, with Tencent Holdings, NetEase and ByteDance all jostling for a slice of the pie. But the sales growth rate in 2021 was the slowest since 2018, when regulators froze new game license approvals for 9 months. It remains uncertain how much longer the video games industry will remain in Beijing's crosshairs, with some industry analysts predicting a more hands-off approach in 2022, now that the regulatory framework has been tightened. However, in recent months regulators have gone after companies for not implementing tighter restrictions to deal with children who seek to bypass adult identification mechanisms for games. Tencent planning new Timi game development studio in Singapore. At the conference, Yang Fang, Deputy Director of the Publishing Bureau under the Central Propaganda Department, the agency in charge of granting licenses, said that it is working to purge non-licensed games and eradicate practices where game publishers change a game's content after obtaining a license from the authority. Yang said that the government wants to prevent the disorderly expansion and the barbaric growth of capital, in a warning shot against rampant merger and acquisition activity in the sector. She added that China will launch a campaign to boost positive energy in games next year to encourage the growth of local games with good themes, superior ideas and good production quality. Beijing has made it increasingly clear in recent years that video games need to reflect Chinese values. In September, regulators convened a meeting with many game companies in the country, reminding them that video games are no longer apolitical, pure entertainment, but a new form of art that must highlight a correct set of values and accurate understanding of China's history and culture.